The truth hidden in plain sight, exploring the secrets of the Bible's hidden codes. Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth, imagine this: every word, every letter in the Bible isn't just a spiritual message but part of an intricate code. A code so profound and complex that it could hold the key to humanity's destiny. What if I told you that events we perceive as random were prophesied thousands of years ago, concealed within the very pages many hold sacred? Welcome to another episode of Biblical Conspiracies. I'm Dr. Alejandro Vega, and today we'll dive into one of the most captivating and controversial mysteries of our time: the secret codes within the Bible, allegedly capable of predicting the future. From ancient prophecies to cutting-edge computational algorithms, we'll explore how these supposed codes have baffled scholars, fascinated believers, and perplexed skeptics alike. But a word of caution: what we uncover today might shake the foundations of your faith and challenge your understanding of reality itself. Are you ready to question everything you thought you knew about the scriptures? Join me on this journey into the unknown, where the line between divine prophecy and human conspiracy blurs. Because here on Biblical Conspiracies, things are rarely as they appear in the sacred pages. Prepare to uncover the codes that could hold the key to our future, the origins and evolution of biblical codes. Before we delve into the depths of these mysterious codes, we must first understand their origins. This story, like many we discuss here, is steeped in mystery and controversy. The roots of this idea trace back to the Jewish mystical tradition of Kabbalah. Kabbalists believed that the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, contained hidden messages from God. These weren't merely metaphorical interpretations. They proposed that by rearranging the letters of the original Hebrew text using specific patterns, one could unveil divine prophecies and concealed knowledge. This practice, known as gematria, assigned numerical values to Hebrew letters, seeking mystical connections between words and phrases. What began as an esoteric practice among a select few has evolved into something far more controversial and potentially revolutionary in the modern era. In the 1990s, Israeli mathematician Eliyahu Rips, along with colleagues Doron Witztum and Yoav Rosenberg, published a study that sent shockwaves through both academic and religious circles. Using sophisticated algorithms, they claimed to have discovered a hidden code within the Hebrew text of Genesis. Their findings were astonishing. Allegedly, this code predicted future events with statistically impossible precision. From the Holocaust to the assassination of Yitzhak Rabin, from the 9/11 attacks to the COVID-19 pandemic, proponents of this theory assert that it was all encoded in the ancient words of the Bible. The debate: divine omniscience or statistical illusion. But as always, seekers of truth, we must ask, is this truly evidence of divine omniscience? Or is it an elaborate statistical illusion? To answer that, we need to dig deeper. We will examine the methodology behind these supposed codes, analyze their most striking predictions, and confront the critiques of skeptics. Yet, be forewarned, what we uncover might challenge not only our understanding of the scriptures, but also our concepts of free will, destiny, and the very nature of reality. The mechanics of the codes. Let's start with the most common approach to uncovering these codes: the equidistant letter sequence (ELS) method. Imagine the biblical text as a vast grid of letters. ELS involves selecting an initial letter and then skipping a fixed number of letters to form a word or phrase. For example, starting with the first A, you might jump 50 letters to find a P, then another 50 to uncover an O, and so on. The results, supporters claim, reveal patterns and predictions that defy mere chance. A journey into the unknown. Are you ready to unravel this biblical enigma? To question the boundary between blind faith and rational skepticism? To entertain the possibility that our future is inscribed in a language we are only beginning to comprehend? Join me, seekers of truth, as we dive into the fascinating and controversial world of biblical codes. Because here on Biblical Conspiracies, the truth is always stranger than fiction. Advocates of this theory argue that, through the use of sophisticated computational algorithms, they have uncovered hidden messages predicting future events with astounding accuracy. Now, my dear truth seekers, let us examine some of the most astonishing predictions attributed to these Bible codes. But this is just the beginning. Supporters claim to have discovered predictions about the Holocaust with terms like German dictator, extremist German ideology, and atrocities of the regime, allegedly encoded in the book of Genesis. The September 11th attacks, with phrases such as Twin Towers and airplanes, supposedly near references to the date of the attack. The assassination of John F. Kennedy, with his name encoded near Dallas, and the date of his death. The COVID-19 pandemic, with words like corona and virus allegedly encoded alongside references to the year 2020. These examples are just a few of the many predictions attributed to Bible codes. But, dear truth seekers, we must ask ourselves, are these connections genuinely meaningful, or are they merely elaborate coincidences? Proponents argue that the probability of these words and phrases appearing in close proximity purely by chance is astronomically low. They back their claims with complex statistical calculations. However, critics point out several issues with this methodology. First, the original Hebrew text of the Torah lacks spaces between words or punctuation, offering significant flexibility in how the letters can be grouped. Additionally, ancient Hebrew did not include vowels, further increasing the possible letter combinations. Skeptics argue that this flexibility allows almost any message to be found if one searches long enough. Another critical issue is the problem of retrospective prediction. It is far easier to identify patterns that appear to predict past events than to forecast future events with precision. In fact, when Bible codes have been used to predict specific future events, the results have been far less impressive. Many predictions have failed to materialize or were so vague that they could be interpreted in multiple ways. And yet, my dear truth seekers, we cannot entirely dismiss this theory. The mathematical complexity underlying these codes is undeniable, and some of the discovered patterns are truly astonishing. Moreover, the notion that sacred texts contain deeper levels of meaning is not a new idea. Many religious traditions, including Jewish Kabbalah and certain Christian interpretations, have long held that sacred scriptures harbor hidden truths beyond their literal meaning. The question we must ask ourselves is, are these codes truly a divine hidden message, or are they merely patterns we impose upon the text, seeing what we wish to see? If these codes are real, what implications might this have for our understanding of free will and destiny? Is everything predetermined, written in the pages of an ancient book, waiting to be deciphered? In the next section, we will delve deeper into these philosophical questions and examine some of the most compelling criticisms of the Bible code theory. But before we continue, let us take a moment to reflect on what we have uncovered so far. Dear truth seekers, I urge you to consider, what would it mean to you if these codes were real? How would it change your view of the world, of religion, of the very nature of reality itself? Here at Biblical Conspiracies, we don't seek to simply accept or reject theories, but to question, explore, and challenge our own beliefs and assumptions, because sometimes the deepest truths are found in the questions we dare to ask, not in the answers we believe we hold. My dear truth seekers, we have barely scratched the surface of this biblical enigma. But as we delve deeper, the questions multiply and the mystery grows more intricate. What if I told you that Bible codes are not merely an isolated phenomenon, but part of a much larger, more perplexing pattern? Throughout history, numerous civilizations have sought to decode the secrets of the universe in sacred texts, mathematical patterns, and even the stars. The Bible codes may be just one piece of a far greater cosmic puzzle, but what if the true code isn't in the words at all? What if it lies in something even more fundamental, within the very structure of the universe itself? Some theorists suggest that the universe itself might be a simulation, a vast cosmic program. Could biblical codes be the Easter egg of a divine programmer? Imagine, seekers of truth, that the so-called biblical codes are more than just cryptic predictions. They are a kind of divine Easter egg, intentionally embedded by a cosmic programmer. If we could fully decipher these codes, what truths would they unveil? The end of times? The ultimate purpose of our existence? Or something far beyond the limits of human comprehension? We stand on the brink of an extraordinary threshold. Beyond this point lies a realm of deeper, more unsettling implications about these enigmatic codes. We will examine evidence that could challenge the very foundation of our most cherished beliefs. But be warned, once we cross this threshold, there is no turning back. The knowledge we uncover could forever change how we perceive reality. Are you ready to take this step? To confront truths that may upend everything you thought you knew? The choice is yours, dear seekers of truth. But remember, here on Biblical Conspiracies, the truth awaits those bold enough to seek it, no matter how unsettling it may be. Prepare yourselves as we move forward into the next chapter of our exploration. The truth lies on the other side, strengthening our community of seekers. Before we continue our journey into the mysteries of biblical codes, let us take a moment to connect as a community of investigators. You, our audience, are the reason we persist in unraveling these enigmas. Your curiosity, your questions, and your insights fuel our search for hidden truths. We've received fascinating comments on this topic. Maria from Argentina asks, could biblical codes be connected to Nostradamus' prophecies? An excellent question, Maria, and one we will explore in future episodes. Carlos from Mexico suggests, what if we applied the biblical code methods to other ancient texts? A thought-provoking idea, Carlos, and one that deserves serious investigation. It's ideas like these that inspire me to invite you to engage more deeply with our community. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you never miss one of our revelations. But don't stop there. Share your theories, questions, and discoveries in the comments below. Who knows? Your idea might unlock the next great mystery. For those who want to go even further, follow us on social media. There we share exclusive content, hints about upcoming episodes, and occasionally revelations too controversial for YouTube. Remember, dear seekers of truth, Biblical Conspiracies isn't just a channel, it's a movement. A collective of curious minds daring to question, explore the unexplored, and challenge the status quo. Together, we are unraveling the deepest mysteries of existence. Crossing the threshold. Welcome back, seekers of truth. We've crossed the threshold, and now we venture into the profound and unsettling implications of biblical codes. Until now, we've only scratched the surface. But what lies ahead could fundamentally alter not just how we view the scriptures, but how we understand reality itself. One hypothesis we must consider is that biblical codes might not merely predict events, they might actually prescribe them. Could these codes serve as a kind of cosmic program, setting the rules and parameters of our reality? If this is true, every event in history, every decision we make, could be predetermined by this ancient script. But this raises deeply unsettling philosophical questions. If everything is predestined, does free will truly exist? Are we merely actors in a cosmic script, playing roles written millennia ago? A dynamic code? Let us entertain an even more radical possibility. What if these biblical codes aren't static but dynamic? What if they adapt and change in response to our actions and decisions? Picture if you can, a sacred text that is both ancient and ever-changing. A code that not only predicts the future but also evolves with us, reshaping itself as we exercise our free will. This notion challenges the very fabric of our understanding of reality, blending ancient wisdom with modern quantum-like fluidity. The road ahead. In the second half of this episode, we will explore these mind-bending implications. Could we, by decoding these texts, not only uncover hidden truths, but also alter the trajectory of our destiny? Stay with us as we venture further into the unknown. Because here on Biblical Conspiracies, the truth is always stranger than fiction. This could explain why some predictions seem to come true while others do not. But if this is true, we face a new dilemma. Are we truly making free choices, or are we merely following a path laid out by the code? Is our perception of choice merely an illusion created by a system so complex we cannot comprehend it? These questions lead us to consider the theological implications of Bible codes. If we accept their existence, how does this affect our understanding of God? Is God the author of this cosmic programmer who set the universe's rules in motion and then allowed them to unfold? Or is God an active force, continually adjusting and refining the code in response to our actions? Some have suggested that the Bible codes might represent a kind of God equation, a mathematical formula that describes and governs all reality. If we could fully decipher this equation, would we essentially become gods ourselves, capable of predicting and perhaps even altering the future at will? But there is another possibility, one perhaps even more unsettling. What if the Bible codes are not divine in origin at all? What if they are the product of a non-human intelligence, but not a divine one? Some conspiracy theorists have proposed that the Bible codes could be a message left by ancient extraterrestrial visitors, a kind of cosmic time capsule encoded in our most sacred texts. Imagine the implications. If this theory were true, it would mean that our entire understanding of religion, history, and our place in the universe would need to be completely re-evaluated. And what if the Bible codes are just one part of a larger universal code? A pattern that repeats not only in our sacred texts, but in the very fabric of the cosmos. From DNA to the arrangement of galaxies, we see patterns that recur across different scales. Could the Bible codes be merely a manifestation of this universal pattern, a reflection of the fundamental structure of reality? If this is the case, what does it mean for us as human beings? Are we simply another part of this cosmic pattern, our lives and choices as predetermined as the movement of the planets? My dear truth seekers, these questions may seem abstract, philosophical, distant from our daily lives, but I assure you, their implications are deeply personal and potentially revolutionary. If the Bible codes are real, if they truly contain information about our future and the nature of reality, how should we live our lives? Should we attempt to decode the message, risking the discovery of truths too overwhelming for the human mind to grasp? Or should we embrace the mystery, living as though we have free will, even if that free will may be an illusion? And if we could fully decipher the code, what would we do with that knowledge? Would we try to change the future? And if so, might we inadvertently cause the very events we were trying to prevent? These are the questions we must grapple with as we continue our exploration of Bible codes. This is not merely an academic exercise or a historical curiosity. It is a challenge to our most fundamental understanding of reality, causality, and our place in the universe. We stand at the intersection of the ancient and the modern, of faith and science, of determinism and free will. And it is here, at this crossroads, where we might find the answers to the deepest questions of existence. My dear truth seekers, as we prepare for the final leg of our journey, I ask you to reflect on these questions. What would the Bible codes mean to you if they were real? How would they change your understanding of the world, of God, of yourself. Because in the end, the true revelation does not lie within the code itself, but in how we choose to respond to it, in the questions we dare to ask, and the truths we are willing to face. My dear truth seekers, we have delved into the depths of the Bible codes, their implications, and their mysteries. Now it is time to elevate our perspective, to view this enigma through a transcendental lens. Whether or not the Bible codes are real, they compel us to confront fundamental questions about the nature of reality, knowledge, and our very existence. In this sense, they become a powerful philosophical lens through which we can examine our understanding of the world. Let us, for a moment, contemplate the idea of absolute knowledge. The implications of biblical codes for our understanding of knowledge. Dear seekers of truth, imagine for a moment that the biblical codes truly contain the entirety of information about the past, present, and future. What would this mean for our concept of knowledge? From Plato to Kant, philosophers have wrestled with the nature and limits of human understanding. Now, the possibility of such codes challenges these boundaries in profound ways. Can the human mind truly grasp all the information encoded in the universe? And if it could, how would that knowledge transform us? Throughout history, each monumental leap in understanding, heliocentrism, evolution, quantum mechanics, has forced us to redefine our place in the cosmos. If biblical codes are real, they represent a quantum leap of unparalleled magnitude. They would compel us to reconcile the divine with the scientific, determinism with randomness, and the knowable with the unknowable. A universe of interconnection, but beyond knowledge, these codes push us to reconsider the very nature of reality. Is the universe a closed, predetermined system where every event has been encoded since the dawn of time? Or is it an open, ever-evolving system where the future is truly indeterminate? Quantum physics suggests that at the subatomic level, reality is probabilistic, not deterministic. How, then, do we reconcile this with the apparent determinism suggested by the biblical codes? Could it be that both perspectives, determinism and free will, are simultaneously true? Perhaps, like fish that cannot conceive of water because they are immersed in it, we are unable to fully grasp the nature of reality because we are inextricably intertwined with it, and yet we persist in our search. This relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding is, perhaps, humanity's most defining characteristic. The lesson of the codes, whether or not the biblical codes are real, they serve as a powerful reminder that the universe is vast, complex, and deeply mysterious. They challenge us to expand our horizons, question our assumptions, and seek truth even when it seems beyond our reach. But perhaps the most profound lesson they offer is the interconnectedness of all things. If a code underlies reality, then everything is connected. Every action, every thought, every choice resonates across the fabric of existence. In this light, we are not merely observers of the cosmos, we are participants, co-creators of reality. The search for biblical codes is not just an academic exercise or esoteric curiosity. It is a quest to understand our nature, our role in the universe, and our place in the grand narrative of existence. Writing your code as we reflect on these ideas, let us bring them to a personal level. How might your perspective change if you believed that every action you take, every decision you make is part of a vast cosmic tapestry? Consider keeping a journal. Record your daily thoughts and observations, seeking patterns and connections that may have previously gone unnoticed. Can you see how your actions ripple outward, influencing not just your immediate environment, but the broader web of existence? A journey of infinite possibilities. Dear seekers of truth, in exploring the mysteries of biblical codes, we've embarked on a journey that challenges us to think deeply about knowledge, reality, and our place in the cosmos. Ultimately, the significance of these codes may not lie in what they reveal about the future, but in how they inspire us to live in the present. They remind us that we exist in a universe of infinite possibilities, filled with mysteries yet to be unraveled. In this vast ocean of mystery, we are both navigators and explorers. With each decision, each question we dare to ask, we are writing our own code, shaping our lives and contributing to the cosmic narrative. So I ask you, dear seekers of truth, what code will you write with your life? What mysteries will you dare to explore? What truths will you have the courage to face? Together, let us embrace this journey with open hearts and minds, for it is in the search that we find our deepest truths. The idea of a universal code reminds us of the importance of mindfulness and awareness. Every moment, every interaction could carry a message, a lesson, a piece of the vast puzzle of existence. Practice conscious observation. Look at the world around you with fresh eyes. What patterns can you discern in nature, in your relationships, or in the seemingly random events of your life? And if we entertain the possibility that our lives are in some way predetermined, how does that shift our perspective on free will and personal responsibility? Rather than feeling constrained by this idea, I invite you to view it as an opportunity for deeper self-awareness. Reflect on your decisions and your innermost motivations. Are you living in alignment with your core values? Are you fulfilling your unique purpose in this vast universe? Remember, my dear truth seekers, that even if there is a grand cosmic plan, you are active co-creators within it. Every choice you make, every act of kindness, and every pursuit of knowledge contributes to the evolution of universal consciousness. I challenge you to live each day as though your actions have a cosmic impact, because the truth is, they do. Be mindful of your thoughts, words, and deeds. Cultivate compassion, wisdom, and love, not just for yourself, but for all creation. And finally, my dear truth seekers, I encourage you to embrace the mystery. In a universe filled with hidden codes and transcendent truths, the ability to wonder may be our most valuable quality. Cultivate curiosity, ask questions, explore the unknown. Don't fear ideas that challenge your beliefs, for it is at the edge of our understanding where true growth occurs. So, my dear truth seekers, I ask, how will you apply these ideas in your life? What changes will you make? What new perspectives will you adopt? How will you transform yourself and the world around you? Remember, each of you is a unique code, an unrepeatable combination of experiences, thoughts, and potential. Your life is your message to the universe. What message will you choose to send? My dear truth seekers, we have reached the end of our journey through the mysteries of Bible codes. But as always, here on Biblical Conspiracies, every ending is just the beginning of a new exploration. If this journey has sparked your curiosity, if it has ignited within you the desire to delve deeper into the mysteries of the universe, I invite you to join our community of bold investigators. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Each week, we dive into new enigmas, challenge conventional wisdom, and explore the edges of the known. In upcoming episodes, we'll explore topics like the Dead Sea Scrolls, messages from the past or the future, the Dai, Vinci Code fiction or hidden reality, Mayan prophecies, coincidence, or ancestral knowledge. But Biblical Conspiracies is more than just a YouTube channel. It's a community, a movement of curious minds and brave spirits. Follow us on social media, where we share exclusive content, clues about upcoming episodes, and engage in fascinating discussions with our community. For those who wish to go even further, consider joining our Patreon. As members, you'll gain access to extended episodes, exclusive QA sessions, and even the chance to suggest topics for future videos. Remember, my dear truth seekers, that in a world filled with misinformation and half-truths, our mission is more important than ever. Together, we are unraveling the deepest mysteries of existence, challenging the status quo and seeking the truth wherever it may lead us. The universe is brimming with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Will you dare to explore them with us? Until our next journey, keep questioning, keep seeking, and keep marveling. Because here on Biblical Conspiracies, the truth is always out there waiting to be discovered. But Biblical Conspiracies is more than just a YouTube channel, it's a community, a movement of curious minds and brave spirits. Follow us on social media, where we share exclusive content, clues about upcoming episodes, and engage in fascinating discussions with our community. For those who wish to go even further, consider joining our Patreon. As members, you'll gain access to extended episodes, exclusive QA sessions, and even the chance to suggest topics for future videos. Remember, my dear truth seekers, that in a world filled with misinformation and half-truths, our mission is more important than ever. Together, we are unraveling the deepest mysteries of existence, challenging the status quo and seeking the truth wherever it may lead us. The universe is brimming with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Will you dare to explore them with us? Until our next journey, keep questioning, keep seeking, and keep marveling. Because here on Biblical Conspiracies, the truth is always out there waiting to be discovered.